GT gameplay video. Today we're going to be playing Octagon. This is a game that I found as one of the recommendations as I was just doing my browsing, and it is a beautiful game, if I might say. It's very beautiful, as you can see it. It's a simple game about moving right and left with a ball and trying to avoid some obstacles. So we're going to play the classic mode. I had tried it before, but then the controls weren't working, so let's try it again and see how it plays. Let's see. Oops. Okay, we'll try that again. I think the game does look extremely beautiful. The colors that I use here are quite nice. Easy on the eye. Oops. Okay, I was almost done that level. Let's try again. I wonder if they have an Android app for this. Because this game is really testing my coordination. Oh, okay. Aha. Let's see. The soundtrack is also very good, as you can hear. It's very, very calming, at least to me. The choices are very difficult. I haven't managed to finish even one level. Oof. Okay, let's try that again. The music is really nice. Okay. I think I need to concentrate a bit more. Let's see. I was almost there. Let's see. Let's try to get to at least finish level 1. Man, this is really, it's more difficult than I imagined. This is the first time I'm playing this game. I know there is a version 2 that is out. Oh. But it looks very interesting. It's actually quite some challenge to try and beat the levels, as you can imagine. The background really looks very beautiful. It does help in the confusion. Yes. We're almost there. Let's see. I think I've got the hang of it. The key is patience. That last one was quite close. Of course, trigger warning. If you are prone to having some fits, okay, by now you should have actually had the fits anyway. So trigger warning: if you're prone to having fits, please don't try this game. It's quite it could send you to an epileptic shock. Is it epileptic shock? Yeah, I think it's called that. Where you could have a seizure. Yes, that's the thing. That's the one. A seizure. I like playing very casual games because I did used to play some Call of Duty back in the day. I was quite good at it if I recall. We used to have a way we would play in the office. Well, our office was quite fun. We had a team, we'd play the different maps. But then now, of course, we grew up. The laptop I used, or the machine I was using for playing games, got spoiled. I think I will return back to proper gaming. This is casual gaming. For the days you want to unwind, you want to unwind from the office. Excuse me. The days you've had a long day. Excuse me. Friday nights that when you don't have a lot of things to do, or you don't have any plans really, or you just want to chill indoors, hang out without company. Yeah, it's quite a good game for such. So we used to play a lot of Call of Duty. I do remember on most weekdays we'd actually stop working at around 1. So we'd stop programming, doing the work. Of course, you'd have to code at night, but then we'd enjoy. The entire office would join in. We had a small LAN party where we'd play games. We'd have a little fun, My code name was GT, so I think that's you can kind of tell from where the moniker and his GT came from. But then, I played a lot of games, or not a lot, some specific games back in the day. But now I do play a lot of casual games. I do try making some games. It is it's quite interesting, when you think about as you play the games, you think about the different games you could play, the different mechanics that are in play. Of course, the background in this game is quite interesting. I would want to see how this game has been developed. Perhaps maybe I could develop a rival of my own. Yeah? But then, yeah, it's quite an interesting game. The color shades are quite good. I think I need to be quite patient. I'm a bit patient. Yeah, it plays with a bit with your rhythm. Yeah. I also did play a lot of Arma and Daisy. Arma is a game about you playing as a soldier, a simulation. So it is a soldier simulator. It is an interesting game. It has a very nice community. I did play a lot. We're almost there. We had a lot of course, I played the medic. In Arma, we have an entire squad which goes and clears houses. You go to an operational zone, and you play as one of the a squad member or a troop. Well, I used to play the medic in that particular game, where you have a team lead, you have a rifleman, grenadier, you have a medic. So you'd play, you'd encounter contacts. It is very realistic. You get shot once, you suffer damage. Unlike Call of Duty, where you get shot 100 times or so. In this case, there are no loot boxes, and depending on the server you're playing on, you could have the rules differing. So, for example, one of the rules was that in as much as you may run out of ammo, you cannot pick your enemies or the other combatants' weapons. So, yeah, it was quite interesting. Very difficult to play. Very slow. It was very slow paced. I remember you'd end up when you climbed a mountain or a hill, you ended up having your tiredness level. Yeah? So you became tired. You had what you call weapon sway. You end up having reduced aim. Of course, the weapons you can use, the heavier the weapon, or the more tired you'd be. So in this case, it's you had to plan your journey well. So it was quite interesting. Yes, we actually finished this episode. Yeah, this level. So yeah, so like I mentioned, we used to play a lot of armor. Armor was quite interesting. Yeah, so perhaps one day I'll go back to once I fix the machine. I might go back to it. Yeah, one day, one day. Do let me know if you want to see some gameplays of that. Okay, this one is more challenging. What am I supposed to do? Let's see. Okay, so it's gotten faster. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Ah. Uh, it, it really tests your reflexes, because you have to remember that you need to jump. Okay. The bit about it is that the levels seem to be static, not randomly generated, and therefore, in as much as it's difficult to remember, at least you can sort of find a pattern. Okay. Let's try. Let me try to concentrate. Okay. Okay. My bad. Okay. That was a bit of an improvement. Let's see. My hands are quite sweaty, holding down the keys in anticipation. For some reason, this game is quite challenging, and it's quite addictive at the same time, because I feel like I just need to finish. I need to finish this episode. Sorry, this level. I'm really embarrassing myself with this multiple tries. I normally call myself a gamer, yeah. Um, I don't know if I can regenerate the track and see. Okay, I can actually change the track to get a better track. Okay, that's better. So I think the tracks are randomly generated, and depending on which version you're. This is only level 2, so I'm trying to imagine what level, let's say 50, would have. because this is level 2 and it's this difficult. I wish it were a bit easier. Maybe it's just that I've gotten a bit out of touch with games. One of my goals this year was to actually go back to gaming proper. Yeah, so I used to play also. I think I love a lot of simulation games. So I used to also play a lot of Daisy. Daisy is started out as a mod for Arma, where it's a survival game where you try to you scavenge, you try to find different items, and survive not really post-apocalyptic, yeah. But then also as it grew, it became it became fully featured. So it's quite an interesting game. I spent a number of hours. Okay, not really too many hours. You know. Okay, I've gotten the hang of it. So I spent quite some time playing Daisy. Daisy is a very interesting game. Depending on the community, and I think some of the guys I do enjoy, and I would recommend that you watch how they play Daisy. Sada Plays. So Sada Plays was used to have very nice gameplay videos, and they did themes out of it. They had a cow that they had adopted. Very interesting. I wonder where they went. He was set to come back sometime last year. Osada was there. There's someone else who used to play with him, but I don't remember who it was. Yeah. Yeah, so it was quite interesting. So you'd play around in a you'd play as a survivor, and you had some people who were bandits who would try and you were trying to scavenge. So you look for food, water, food to eat, water to drink, or, and you'd find people. People will kill you in the game to try and pick out what you have because the resources are scarce. Then you'd find that you have to fight for the little resources. Some water wasn't clean, so you had to look for medicine. You had to go into buildings and scavenge. And depending on the mode that you're playing, you could even play one that has you had some modes that had zombies, where you try to avoid them, avoid detecting. Again, the servers were quite friendly, so depending on the servers, we normally have what you call P2P servers, PvP servers, where you have to play against another player. And depending on how nice the players were, you'd find some nasty players. Yeah? Sometimes you just spawn in the server and you're immediately killed. Yeah? It was sometimes very disappointing because you just spawned into the server and you immediately die. So let's try this again. I think I'm getting the hang of it. I'm not very good at memory, so I'm just trying to wing it until perhaps I can. Okay. Timing. Yeah, so I think this game is quite interesting. I'm really enjoying it. Frustrating at some point because you have to do the same action, but it's very massive. It's really massive. I'm sure as you listen to me speak, you're just watching to see and wondering why I'm failing that easily. But yeah, the soundtrack really helps make it enjoyable. So it tests your reflexes on how. We're almost there. Let's try this. Patience, patience, patience. Okay, let me try to be patient. Whenever you jump, it sort of goes upside down, so that really makes it difficult to predict where the next item is gonna be. Yeah, so that confuses you, yeah, at least myself. The music is really nice. I'm really enjoying the music, yeah, very calming. It's very pumped up a bit, but still calming because you hardly notice it's there, but it's there and it's really nice. Whoever did the soundtrack for them did a very nice job. Oh, we were almost there. Okay, so let's see. You might have noticed that I just keep on. I'm trying to remember the path. Yeah? So. Okay, one last try, then we'll see whether I can finish this. Oh, okay. So yeah, so I think the game itself looks interesting. It has different tracks. As you can see, we can regenerate the tracks. It is casual in nature. I do enjoy the casual games. You don't have to think too much. You don't have to worry about dying. It gives you a lot of tries. Of course, it gets frustrating at some point because you can be stuck at the same level multiple times. Let's see if this one we can manage to. Yeah, so it is frustrating at some point, but yeah. Let me try one last time. So I think depending on the kind of path that you've selected, okay. Right, so I think with that we'll stop. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I didn't want it to be this long. However, the game is quite interesting. I will be playing it a bit more. Then see how this game, whether or not I can conquer it. Until next time, see you.